James Melendez. Today I have this fragrance. It's from Dior. It's called Homme Intent. Stay tuned for this review. So in this particular fragrance, and I would say this, I'm going to talk about the fragrance characterization, but ultimately for me, it reminds me of place. So when I was in Poland, I bought this, and I bought it, of course, where? At a duty-free store. But ultimately, that was really the point where, the reason I bought it was I had a lot of extra zloty, and I thought, what am I going to do with this? Well, you know what? I bought Polish wine, which is very, very cool, Polish Pinot Noir and Polish Riesling. And ultimately, what I ended up buying too was this bottle right here of Dior fragrance. And for me, sometimes when I buy fragrance in a country, it is emblematic of that experience for me, and that's very, very exciting. And I smelled all the Dior lineup, but for me, this is what spoke to me much more than any other fragrance that was there. So ultimately, I think Dior to me represents a lot of exciting fragrances, and it's a very well-known brand, of course, and it reminds me of my mother, for example. Durissimo is her favorite fragrance, and smelling that Lily the Valley, a bit of labdanum, and really beautiful characterizations. And ultimately, I think Dior's master perfumers come out with some exciting fragrances. This has a much larger production than other fragrances, but I think just because it has that particular marker doesn't mean it's a bad fragrance, but for me, this is really outstanding. So I'm gonna talk about this in terms of, I like to bring out what this fragrance is in terms of what I might smell and what might be a note online from the producer themselves. Unfortunately, they have no notes available. So I talk about fragrances from the left side to the right side, left meaning more of a very nuanced characterization, all the way up to a very intense or passionate characterization, as I like to term this. And this is where it's probably more on the passion intense side, which I think is really harmonious and beautiful and memorable. And so I'm getting on this notes of amber, lavender, a bit of sandalwood, myrrh, dried pear and fig, cinnamon, cardamom, a lot of spice notes here, and Ethiopian coffee notes. And so it makes for a fantastic, memorable fragrance. Would I buy it again? Yes, absolutely. And this is 92 points out of 100 points. Let's stay connected. Many more fragrance reviews to come. I'll put more information just on Dior fragrances down below, because there's nothing on this from the producer themselves any longer. Questions and comments down below. And right up here is the subscribe button. So please hit that button if you haven't already. So stay tuned for more. Sante.